guys, what's up? We have the second of the Primal Burst. Hey guys, what's up? We have the second of the Primal Burst videos, and this will be covering the super rares. These are quite difficult to get, similar to the ultra rares, as they appear only slightly more frequently. First card is Kaiser Glider. This is a light dragon level 6 with 2400 attack and 2200 defense, and its effect is cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has the same attack. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target one monster on the field, return that target to the hand. This is decent for a level 6 monster, as it can be summoned quickly. Its first effect is not that great. Your opponent is not going to want to attack into this with a monster with the same attack, unless either they are unaware of this effect, or their own monster has a battle destruction prevention effect. As for the second effect, by returning a monster to the hand, you can get rid of one of your opponent's more difficult to summon monsters, or to clear their field more quickly. Archfiend is a Dark Fiend level 5 with 2400 attack and 0 defense, and its effect is, you can normal summon this card without tributing. If you do, during the end phase it is destroyed and you take 1000 damage. This card can be summoned automatically to the field, which can defeat your opponent's monsters, but at the downside of its own destruction, and taking effect damage. Release from Stone is a continuous trap card that says select one of your removed from play rock type monsters and special summon it. When this card is removed from the field, destroy that monster. When that monster is destroyed, destroy this card. This card works well within the rock deck, as some of your stronger rock type monsters require banishing to summon them, so by turn 3 or 4 you will have access to reviving them. You can think of it as a more specific version of Call of the Haunted for banished monsters. Dark Nephis is a Dark Winged Beast level 8 with 2400 attack and 1600 defense, and its effect is, if you have 3 or more dark monsters in your graveyard and this card is in your hand, you can banish 2 of them from your graveyard, send this card from your hand to the graveyard. During your next standby phase, after this card was sent to the graveyard by this effect, special summon this card from the graveyard. When this card is special summoned, target one spell or trap card on the field, destroy that target. This card is able to summon itself on the following turn, after banishing 2 dark monsters, with the ability to get rid of a back row card when doing so, or if you find another means of special summoning it. This is one of the dark support that is easy to bring out, and can make a pretty consistent dark deck. Jane Lightsworn Paladin is a light warrior level 4 with 1800 attack and 1200 defense, and its effect is, if this card attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 300 attack during the damage step only. Once per turn during your end phase, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard. This card can become 2100 attack when battling, and helps to mill for your other Lightsworn effects. Durak Titano is the boss monster of the Duraks. It is a fire dinosaur level 9 with 3000 attack and 2800 defense, and its effect is, cannot be special summoned, cannot be targeted by trap or monster effects. Once per turn you can banish one Durak monster with 1700 or less attack from your graveyard. This card gains 1000 attack until the end phase. This is able to protect itself from everything except spell effects, and so if you can stop them from being used, you can lock your opponent out from dealing with this, as well as boosting its attack for the turn to 4000 when banishing a Durak. Durak Glider is a fire dinosaur level 4 with 1700 attack and 400 defense, and its effect is, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon one Durak monster with 1700 or less attack from your deck, but it cannot declare an attack this turn. This has a decent attack stat, and can bring out other Duraks from the deck when it destroys a monster in battle, providing you with more field advantage, and access to summon from your higher level monster. Gemknight Prismora is an Earth Thunder level 7 with 2450 attack and 1400 defense, and requires a Gemknight and a Thunder monster. Its effect is, must first be fusion summoned. Once per turn, you can send one Gemknight card from your hand to the graveyard to target one face-up card on the field. Destroy that target. This card is able to get rid of any face-up card, whether that is a monster, spell or trap card. It has decent stats for a level 7 and has no other limitations to its effect. Ceruli, Guru of Dark World, is a Dark Fiend level 1 with 100 attack and 300 defense, and its effect is, if this card is discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, special summon this card from the graveyard to your opponent's side of the field in face-up defense position. When this card is special summoned by the effect of a Dark World card, your opponent must discard one card. This card is able to force your opponent to discard a card. Their reward for doing so is to gain this card, which is not saying much as its stats are meant to make it a target. Earth Armor Ninja is an Earth Warrior level 5 with 1600 attack and 1200 defense, and its effect is, if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. This card is able to summon itself in the same way as a Cyber Dragon, however its stats are lesser than most decent level 4 monsters, but works well with the other ninja monsters. Gem Knight Seraphonite is an Earth Fairy Fusion level 5 with 2300 attack and 1400 defense, and requires a Gem Knight and a light monster. Its effect is, must first be fusion summoned with the above fusion materials. During your main phase, you can normal summon or set one monster in addition to your normal summon or set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. This card is able to let any deck normal summon twice per turn consistently. Works well with decks that search and summon their monsters, however was originally intended to make your Gem Knight monsters, which are mostly Gemini, to gain their effect. The last card is Ghosts from the Past. It is a normal trap card that says banish 2 monsters from your graveyard, then target one attack position monster on the field. Change its attack to 0 until the end of this turn. This card is able to deplete one of your opponent's monsters, best used when they are attacking. What do you think of these cards? Which cards will you be using, and which will you be forgetting about? Leave your comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and as always, thank you for taking the time to watch.